Hi, I'm Lowell Henkel with Reality Homes, and with me today is our Director of Sales, Kevin Klein. Kevin, good to see you.
Good to see you, Lowell.
You know, I know we're both so passionate about how our company builds, and especially the Energy Smart Building System.
Absolutely. In fact, we've heard many of our home design consultants talk with their customers about the things that you don't see or what really matter. Today we're going to take a sneak peek, be able to see behind the scenes of a home in progress in Puyallup, Washington. Join us while we take a tour.
Sounds excellent.
One of the highlights of our Energy Smart Building System would be the advanced framing techniques we incorporate into the builds of our home. One of the things that we try to do wherever possible without sacrificing any structural integrity is to be able to use insulation in place of wood wherever possible. A great example of this would be the insulated header we see right above me here, above this window. Wood, being a poor insulator, would cause cold spots to be able to cause a draft in the most typical home builds. What we've done here is increase the insulation factor above this window up to R14. Just one of the many things we do here at Reality Homes to make a safe, healthy, and affordable home. One of the other facets of our Energy Smart Building System is a raised heel truss. This is a huge factor for many of our builds and for our customers. To give you an example of what a code-built home would look like, we're going to show you something for illustrative purposes. Now, mind you, this is for the interior of a home. This isn't a truss, but it'll help illustrate the point that we're trying to make. As you look here, a typical truss in a code-built home compromises the R value, the insulation factor, at the edges significantly. What we've done in our build is to incorporate a raised heel truss. This significantly increases your R value. If I step back here, we can show you an example of our raised heel truss. Several inches higher and can go up to an R value of R38 in many places. During this extremely cold winter, would you leave your door open 24 hours a day? Of course not. But what many people don't realize is that small gaps in the home, particularly on the exterior walls and around drywall, can, in some cases, be as much as a door open during the wintertime, or even more. One of the things that we do with our Energy Smart Building System is to try to reduce as many of these leaks as possible. You can see here that we use a drywall gasket on all our exterior walls and around all of our doorways to further reduce this potential. One of the other factors that we do in every single one of our builds standard at Reality Homes. You may have heard people say recently that today homes are built too tight. In reality, pun intended, homes can never be too tight as long as there's a fresh air source. In code-built homes, where are you drawing air from? Typically, it would be from an attic space, a crawl space, or a garage. Not exactly the air I want to be breathing, and I'm sure you would agree. So, standard in each one of our homes, you'll notice that we have vented windows. Seems like a small detail, but it pulls in fresh air throughout an entire home. You can see an example of it listed right here. You may recall in our discussion about the vented windows that one of the spaces a code-built home will draw air from is attic space. What we've done is, with the installation of our sealed can lights, we saw something. Show you an example of what we saw. They're not completely sealed, as you can see the gap here with my laser pointing through. That means air can exchange between the attic and the air we breathe here in the home. What we've done to prevent this as much as possible is our electricians install a caulk seal around this gap, further reducing the chance of any type of air exchange between the attic space and the air you and your family breathes. Corners of a home need to be structurally sound. That's important. But what's also important is making sure we don't create cold spots. A code-built home will be like this, with the corner boxed in. But you'll notice what we do with our Energy Smart building system is we allow room for insulation with the California corner. As you see here, we can fit insulation behind this previously unused area, further reducing the risk of cold spots or air leaks. Another one of our features with our Energy Smart building system is ladder framing, which you'll see an example behind me. Now, as we learned earlier, wood is a very poor insulator. So on a code-built home, when an interior wall such as this meets an exterior wall behind me, there's no room for insulation. There's an insulation break. Wood would be the only insulator. To prevent this, we've come up with ladder framing. As you can see this example, the interior wall is built off of the exterior, allowing room for insulation in the back, further reducing cold spots or any potential air leaks in the home. So we spoke earlier about our drywall gasket to help reduce air leaks or any potential air leaks. But one other added layer of protection that we have is our caulk and seal. As you'll see here between the subfloor and the gasket, we have caulking as well as a foam seal. Anywhere there's potential penetration, whether it's electrical, plumbing, we take this added measure to help reduce these air leaks. So you might be wondering why we have Tyvek drain wrap behind me here on an interior wall. Well, on the other side of this wall, we have our garage. Think about it. What do we typically keep in our garages? Gas, exhaust, poisons, you name it. Well, this is something that we take very seriously. We want to make sure that we're not breathing in poisonous fumes. So adding this added layer of protection on an interior wall prevents most of these things from being able to come in and reduces the risk of breathing in these poisons. Another aspect of where the Energy Smart building system helps protect us and keep the home safe. Now, we just spoke about the Tyvek wrap to help minimize the risk of poisonous fumes entering the home from the garage. An added layer of protection that we add with the Energy Smart building system is a motion-activated exhaust garage fan. You'll see above me here the venting that's installed for it. Although we don't at this time have the fan or the motion sensor activated, imagine as you drive into the garage, the carbon monoxide fumes that potentially could be taken inside the home as you enter or leave the garage. This will help minimize the risk of those poisonous gases being taken with you inside the home. Now, it wouldn't make sense if we stopped when we went to our heating and cooling systems with the extent that we're making sure our homes are as energy efficient as possible. So you'll see above me with the ducting, we perform tests to make sure that the pressure and any potential loss of heating or cooling is minimized as much as possible, making sure this is done prior to any of the insulation or sheetrock goes in on the home. Something that adds beauty to a home is windows. Of course, windows can be a poor insulator. We're proud to be partnered with JELD-WIN Windows, incorporating techniques that far exceed code standards, reducing the amount of heat that could be lost during the wintertime on cold months such as these, or during heat that could possibly be gained, what's called solar heat gain, during a few summer months that may get a little toasty. Now, what's around the window is just as important as the window itself. If you've seen older homes where there's sweat or condensation buildup, not an appealing thing to have happen. The way we minimize the risk of this happening is we employ the use of pan flashing or butyl tape around all of our windows, as you can see the product here. One of the ways we incorporate our Energy Smart building system into all facets of the build. Now, if you draw your attention to the peak here, you'll notice a dark area and a roof line. Now, this wasn't by error or mistake. This indeed is our ridge vent system. It works in conjunction with our vented soffits to help better circulate our attics. Houses are a lot like people. We breathe in and we exhale. Now behind me, you might think that this is just a normal bathroom fan, but you'd be wrong. This is actually a whole house fan. It exhausts the air that we're exhaling, and working in conjunction with the vented windows that we talked about earlier, they keep fresh air coming into the home. In conjunction with our raised heel trusses, R49 insulation, as you can see above me here, provides quite a bit of insulation and reduces that air movement between the living area and the attic. In certain rare circumstances, moisture can get behind the siding. To prevent this from entering into the home, we use a industry-leading product. Behind me we have our Tyvek drain wrap. Another aspect of our Energy Smart building system is the enclosed vented soffits that we use, as you can see above me right here. Now, in addition to adding beauty to the home, this also prevents the effect of wind washing, which means the moving of insulation in the attic from one side to another. Just another aspect of where we incorporate the Energy Smart building system. We're extremely proud to be partnered with LP Products. One of the products that they carry is the LP lap siding. Now, in addition to it being beautiful, it has many benefits. But not only do we do that, on our trim, we use the engineered LP product as well. Now, most builders will just use a whiteboard, which can warp over time. However, both of these products that we use have an industry-leading 50-year warranty.